Start the stream. There, this should cut the VOD now. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, for the YouTube upload. Alright, so we're gonna start in 5 minutes. Let's just go ahead and let people know. Alright, back here, gonna go ahead and put the game up. Players are ready to start.
Sounds good.
I sent you the deck list in chat. Kiramode is on a Crane Splash, and then we have a pretty standard Unicorn Splash from the Crab player. Although the Crab player is only on 2 Spyglasses, and they went up to 3 Talismans, along with 3 Funeral Pyres are the big notes. I was just pointing out that I think Funeral Pyre, if you're not playing Yasuki Taka, has just negative value compared to Imperial Storehouse.
Agreed on that front.
Alright, so looks like Kiramode won the die roll, chose to go second. Mulligan 2 from Dynasty, OgreZsan Mulligan 2 from Dynasty.
So Crab is not playing Watch Commander here, and in a lot of situations I think that's bad, but Lion is one of the matchups where dishonoring them is pretty hard to do.
Ooh, we see a very awkward flop from Kiramode. This flop is really good if you have charge. This is like an ideal charge start for... Oh, it's not though. So, we're gonna see Way of the Crab. Is he gonna get crab?
Crab?
I absolutely crab this brawler if I have it.
Oh yeah, no doubt. That's a great trade.
He does not look like he has it. He can draw step it. So Kiramode takes the passing fate. We can see a draw step after. So you can 5-bid here, hard mull for it. Kiramode does have 4 conflict characters. He has 1 rival and 3 steward of law. So OgreZsan bids 3. We see Kiramode bidding 5. OgreZsan passes. This is awkward now because if Kiramode has steward of law, you would need then assassination on top of your Way of the Crab.
Maybe he will mill attack with his Kaiju Envoy first. But yeah, as you say, the
oh, I see
the
what you're saying. So
potential
you
for
get,
conflict characters is
get value. You could mill attack. You could threaten mill water.
A charge would also be problematic though.
I would be okay with my opponent charges on defense.
Looks like that's not the game plan. Yasuki's maybe coming in for the first attack.
What are province lineups here? They're pretty standard, but let's just see what they are.
If he hits Feast or Famine and puts Fate on that LPB, it will be so sad.
That'd be awkward, right? Like, so we have... He does hit Feast or Famine. On a political attack, though. Kiramode does have 3 fans in his deck.
Yeah, I would buff the Yasuki here. Sure, why not?
So we have... Interestingly... Oh, this is Cup 3 deck lists. Oh, yeah, Cup 3, yeah. Yeah, interestingly, Kiramode is on Elemental Fury and not Art of War.
Instead, we have an assassination on the Shred Yasuki.
That's fine. Like, that's also a fine plan.
Elemental Fury? Is that a joke, dude?
No.
That's really bad.
Look, Kingsley, don't hold anything back on us.
That is very confusing to me. I don't know. There might be some master plan.
All right, see that there we go. There's the PR statement. So we have Crab also. I don't like Crab's Province Row either. Crab is on Manicure Garden, Public Forum, Meditations, Pilgrimage, Rally. It's just like a lot of do-nothing provinces.
He does have Noble Sack, which might be strong in this matchup.
Yeah, he has 2 Noble Sacks. He's got 3 Steward of Laws too for the 4 Shame combo. Yeah. Mid defeat's pretty good too against someone who wants to defend with just 1 character. So we see Brawler initiating a conflict, runs in a public forum. This is awkward if you wanted to charge for Greater Glory. Contest the Earth Ring. So he could just take this victory, mulligan out, have a huge fate advantage going in with his staging ground. So we see... Wow, that's so ballsy from both players. So we see Kiramode playing a policy debate, and both players just snap off a 1. Man, without Watch Commander, I would be way less incentivized to do this for if I was Crab. I would have I think I would have first action boxed. And then I would have just 5-bid and seen what happens. I think more players aren't aggressive enough in trying to win the opposing policy debates. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I think go for it. Reversing a policy debate is really impactful, as we actually saw in that last game.
So here's the charge.
Building too conservatively.
I think charging Toturi is fine also.
Ooh, this is a big blow for OgreZsan.
Yeah, so he's going to lose 2 cards after getting policy debated. So policy debate took assassination, then fine katana and reprieve are discarded via the double resolve from Toturi. Uses staging ground, flips the storehouse. Ooh, high rolling. So we see implacable magistrate's actually incredibly good in this matchup. It's really hard for Crab to get their guys honored. Oh, we see Steward of Law. So he's gonna get a second conflict now.
Very strong start from Kiramode here.
So 42 Handsome Den in the chat says Kiramode mentioned the other day he doesn't like Art of War because it doesn't do anything until it actually breaks. And
well, Elemental Fury.
Yeah, Elemental doesn't do anything except.
I'm sorry. That's mean.
It's not mean.
I think.
No. Okay.
I think Elemental Fury is often unimpactful enough that it doesn't matter that it triggers more consistently when you compare to Art of War, which has a really impactful trigger.
So Handsome Man, my argument for that would be Elemental, like this, like if that is your argument for why you don't play Art of War, it's not a good argument because it also applies to Elemental Fury. Elemental Fury doesn't do anything after it flips, right? Like it's the same argument. That's how I would approach the situation.
There is a slight difference. Things that are on reveal will always happen.
Sure, I guess. I don't know. 3-string province is tough to not break like over and over again. So
yeah, that's true.
Steward of Law does faceplant into meditation, so a slight victory for OgreZsan. Kiramode went for air. I guess that was the only good one. So he chose to gain 2 honor up to 9. Is he playing any of the higher? He's not playing any of the higher honor stuff, right? No, he's playing no venerable historians, no obstinate recruits, and no
steadfast
samurai. So this is gonna be a higher bid lion for sure. We do see him on Miya Satoshi also. So he does keep the implacable magistrate, and he flips Palace Berserker. So that's fine. He just has to. Oh, here you go. Your boy, the Miya Mystic has shown up on a Crab here, and I know you're a strong proponent of Miya Mystic and Crab.
I wouldn't say I'm a strong proponent.
Well, you're the only proponent, so that makes you a strong proponent.
I do think it's correct to play it, but I think you kind of grimace when you do it. And honestly, one of the main reasons to play it is to enable Cloud the Mind, which he is not playing.
That's fair. Stoic Magistrate's pretty good in this is really good in this matchup though.
Yeah.
So we see Kasada on too. This could be, we could see a noble sack. This could be a nice noble sack, like you political implacable magistrate, you court games, and then you can noble sack. Oh, we'll see. Kasada's really annoying for Lion to deal with because their stronghold actually is pretty relevant on a lot of their attacks. Kiramode takes the passing fate instead of flipping. Buying a Stoic Magistrate with no fate's pretty awkward. He could have another reprieve effect, I guess. So OgreZsan again bids 3, Kiramode bids 5. Kiramode not having attachment.
I don't like these 3 bids. I don't think they're so good.
Kiramode not having attachment control could be real. Oh, and he flips Ujiaki. If Kiramode has another charge here, we can see a charge for Greater Glory, like just like an insane play here.
That's right. Though those holdings do mean that the Ujiaki ability won't be as can be.
So he would need to flip any character. He just needs to flip any character with the province that will fill under Ujiaki, because bringing Matsu Berserker is fine.
Yeah. You know, if he did have the For Greater Glory last turn, that public forum kind of saved Crab from a very negative situation.
Oh, absolutely. So he's gonna do a political attack here, I think, just to gonna try and burn Kasada's action and win a conflict. So still scouting. I don't know why you just don't attack public for him. Hits pilgrimage. Contesting the water ring. What are your thoughts on this? Like, I think I would rather just keep going at public for him because I know my opponent's row.
Yeah, I think going into public forum is fine. We're not worried about a Miramode Fury here.
And also,
we do see, wow, Implacable Magistrate might actually take this break with the aid of the Imperial Favor.
he is on 3 fans. Oh, so we see court games. Now does Kiramode have his own court games? He has 12 cards, so I would assume he does, but we have to make sure he does indeed have it.
Yeah, just make sure he drew it.
Oh, he just has another fan. I guess
Ironically, that Mia Mystic would have been quite useful this turn.
Yeah, he doesn't have to burn. He doesn't even have to burn an action. Oh yeah, he would have to stronghold before he court games, but this makes it so he doesn't have to. Yeah, OgreZsan passes. He just breaks pilgrimage with double fan. All right, so we have Kiramode doing his best dragon impersonation. And so water bows the what's his name? The Stoic Magistrate. If I'm OgreZsan here, I pass my first conflict. What are your thoughts? Oh, okay. Yuchi Wayfinder makes
conflict character.
Yeah, that lets him sneak in. He can do political. You can do political
fire or political void. He could use fire.
Political fire is risky if Kiramode also has a conflict character. You give up a keeper fate.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. And are there any keeper initiates from Kiramode?
There
are not.
But it's still not something you necessarily want to do.
Yeah, it's still a bit of a risky play. That's right.
He's going. I would attack Feast or Famine. Political Feast or just attack Feast or Famine. Like, you're not breaking a 5-strength province with your Wayfinder, and runs in a Shameful Display. So let's see what's gonna happen.
He scouted Shameful Display with the Wayfinder's ability, so he must be going for it on purpose here.
Yeah. It's just.
So the question is, does Kiramode have a conflict character to put into this conflict? This also does threaten to break Ujiaki, which I think he does want to do if possible.
I agree.
Kiramode does not defend. Let's see if
I think you just pass. It's void, so I think you just pass if you're Kiramode, and you just see if he plays enough to break.
OgreZsan has 3 fans, and he hasn't seen one yet, though he has also not drawn as many cards as
So
Kiramode.
if he plays fan here, you can then play a conflict character if you have one. You know what I mean? Like,
that's a good idea. Often you don't want to show your hand too.
Yeah, there we go. So Kiramode just passes. Like, it's void. Yeah, okay, so here's the fan. Now what do we got here?
Yeah, will Kiramode have something to contest this conflict?
He has another assassination.
So
he's down to 4 honor.
Not as good as a conflict character here, I think.
I agree.
4 honor. You know, it's funny. I was talking earlier about how OgreZsan not playing Watch Commander is going to be maybe
less relevant.
Positive in this matchup.
Yeah.
But right here, I bet that Watch Commander would do great.
So now he's going to attack Meditations. He's going to go for the Fire Ring, I think. You could go Earth or Air also, are all reasonable. I kind of like going Fire Ring because then your opponent doesn't get a 2 Fate Ring next turn.
So if you're the crab player, do you?
Wow, he's going for conflict? Earth here. I defend if I have Mountain Does Not Fall.
Has Crab seen any keeper? Since this is the Earth Ring, looks like
no.
He has not either.
If I Mountain Does Not Fall, I absolutely defend. Yep, and so defend first action, Mountain Does Not Fall.
Classic play. You know, I actually wonder.
So there's the charge on Ujiaki. So here's the dream scenario, right? You flip Okoto Toturi as your. Oh, he did it!
Oh, he does it! What luck!
Oh my god!
You called it, man.
That's so insane. And then so you double Earth. You double Earth, and then he needs For Greater Glory here. Does he have the For Greater?
If he has For Greater Glory, it's game over. Right
Oh,
here,
Kiramo calling it! He's calling his shot.
Wow, Kiramode says this is a wrap. LOL. You know, we got some more BM here.
Calling his shot.
I only needed the 3. Yep, if this is for Greater Glory, I do think the game is basically over.
Yeah, if he is for Greater Glory here, I think the game's over.
Unless Kira dishonors that.
Yep, there's the for Greater Glory.
Brutal.
Crab
is in an incredibly negative position now.
Crab discards Bonsai at random, Rebuild at random, and Kiramode gets to draw 2 cards.
This might be the most negative position that I've ever seen someone put into in any of these league games.
So you have to military...
Aside from actually losing, of course.
Yeah. Military Void. You have to Military Void here and Void Toturi, I think.
Yeah.
Wait, so he's gonna break Feast or Famine now? Wait, this is so risky. Wait.
If there's a conflict character, he just loses.
He
Maybe he has to be risky.
Okay, he realized that if there's a conflict character, he loses. We could just see Steward of Law for shame and just put OgreZsan into the dirt.
That'd be demoralizing. But I mean, that last play was already demoralizing. So.
I was just like, look, we were due for some Lion high roll, right? Like we've seen a lot of terrible Lion flops.
You know, we've seen some low rolls from Lion, and now we're seeing some high rolls.
This
from
is
Lion.
just the like when you're feeling it, man. Like time to go, like roll some dice or something. All right, so if Kiramode has Steward of Law for shame here. You have to void here, Dan. Like, I think you have to void. You have to have a chance of voiding one of these characters. Yeah, so Kiramode does not play a conflict character. Break Shameful. You have to void Ujiaki or Toturi. I think it's obviously one of those two. Because he's gonna get the favor again, it's tough. What do you void here? He voids Ujiaki. Okay. He just can't deal with more characters like that. Alright, so Kiramode, let's see out of his holdings which he keeps. I would guess I would keep Staging Ground and ditch the Palace now. What are your thoughts? He does, yeah, discards the Palace, keeps Staging Ground with 4 Fate. He's looking for Kitsu Spirit Caller now.
I don't think, you know, I think he...
Look, he doesn't need it, but that's what he's looking for.
He has a serious chance of breaking this turn, to be honest.
Of just winning this turn? Oh, we see Honor General, a Toturi dupe, and another Berserker.
Dupe. Yeah, and he still hit, so he can Toturi dupe, General, Berserker.
Well, I think you Toturi dupe, Berserker, and then you Staging Ground first. Because you have 11
that's
Fate.
Fair. And then looking at this situation, what I suspect will be the case is he'll go for a political break against the Shameful Display, or I'm sorry, against the Public Forum.
With the Implacable Magistrate.
And then have a classic huge crab military attack against the Stronghold. Though it does look, the Stoic Magistrate might put a bit of a crimp in that plan.
These Guardians will also give +2 each, and then you can sack one to the Funeral Pyre. The thing is also he's down 8 cards, because he's gotten double Earthring twice.
Yeah, so how can Crab win this? The obvious way is through Dishonor.
That's like it, right? Like, I don't think they can. I don't think they can win through Conquest.
Ujiaki comes out again. Wow.
Oh.
So with that Ujiaki, I think that means that the Lion player is going to be able to...
Yeah, you just buy Ujiaki here, and yeah, there he is. He buys Ujiaki.
That's going to be an easy political break, I suspect. And then after the political break, he has a huge military attack. But the Stoic Magistrate negating those Berserkers does mean the military attack isn't quite a foregone conclusion.
So...
OgreZsan bids 5, so he... This is the classic problem.
Yeah,
and
right.
We see it a lot with these people who start bidding low before they gain an advantage, where you end up so far down you have to bid high to get back in, and then you throw away the one lead that you had, the honor lead.
Yep, and now so Kiramode is no longer in any danger of dying, so he doesn't have to do anything.
I'm not against bidding low, but wait until you have the advantage before you start doing it.
I agree. So the Magistrate can just break on her own. So if I'm OgreZsan here, I need to get the firing. Oh, the firing is so tough to win though, because Kiramode can just defend and win and get his keeper. OgreZsan passes this first conflict opportunity. That is not correct. Just like, I don't know. So we see two. I think we're just gonna see Implacable Magistrate firing political at public forum. Yep, and that is exactly what we see. Wait, why does he attack Manicure Garden? That's a mistake. Like, there's no reason to attack Manicure Garden. Your opponent's not on Dragon Splash, and you know what your opponent's row is. So you should just be attacking public forum. So, like, yeah. Pretty... It's like mistakes like these that, like, people just brush off like it didn't matter, he's gonna win anyway, but, like, you just don't... it's just good habits not to make these small mistakes, even when you're winning, so that way when you are losing, you don't make them.
Yeah, I think...
Wait, well, we see okay, yeah, so he just gave OgreZsan a fate for no reason. Like, that's my
Yeah, problem. I think that's basically just bad. I think
no, it is, but I mean, he's going to win. I'm just pointing out the fact that people will like look at that scenario and their argument is, well, like, he's gonna win anyway. What does it matter? And it's just one of those things that, like, for competitive players or for people who want to be competitive, you should practice good habits all the time, so that way when it does matter, you have it already ingrained in your mind not to make these small mistakes.
Though perhaps, yeah, I think never.
Well, there's actually just no reason, right? There's there's not an argument for.
Yeah, never do mistakes on purpose. Even if you're teaching a new guy, you know, I think playing soft is one thing, but excusing mistakes is something else. Never excuse mistakes.
Agreed.
Even if it doesn't matter.
Well, you don't learn that way. It also depends on what you want to get out of the game, right? If your goal is to be a competitive player, that's a different story.
I should add, to be clear, this is in a training context. You know, I think that, like, if you put this attitude towards how you treat your coworkers at work of never excluding mistake, it's not going to go so good. I think that you should, in fact, be very willing to accept apologies and so on.
So,
but I think that that's a different story.
So we see Elemental Fury hitting here. He moves it to the Water Ring, which I assume... Oh, he's just going to defend then? Okay, I assumed he had Ready for Battle, so he just doesn't care. But Kiramode passes after defending with a single Berserker. Okay. So, if I'm Kiramode here, I just don't attack with my Berserkers.
Yeah.
I just leave them to stand for favor if I somehow don't win. What's the Stronghold? Oh, the Stronghold province is Rally to the Cause.
Yeah, so this attack's actually going to be pretty bad.
So you just have to put... Wait, he should know it's Rally to the Cause.
Yeah, so this is going to be another mistake if he sends in those Berserkers. It's bad for two reasons. The first reason is that the Stoic Magistrate will mean they don't contribute their skill. And the second reason is that they'll be thrown out by what the hell? He's attacking public forum.
He's afraid of Talisman of the Sun. This makes sense now why you go to Manicure Garden. I personally don't like playing around a card.
Make him play it.
Yeah, exactly. I don't like playing around a card that could exist. I want my opponent to show it to me.
Yeah, make him play it.
Because if you just kill public forum and then he moves you to Manicure Garden, it accomplishes the same goal, but he still had to play the card.
I almost consider this BM.
No, I think it's fine because he knows it's Rally to the Cause, but I would have preferred to reveal Rally to the Cause.
Agreed.
But next turn he'll be first player, so he can do a political poke first. This also could signify another for Greater Glory.
Well, we do get a Spyglass draw here from OgreZsan.
So if we can see Kiramode activate Ujiaki, and we can put in more characters, and we can see another for Greater Glory. Really personifying the concept of win more.
Yeah, to expound a little further on make them play the card, I think if you do actions that assume the opponent... So there's a time and a place for playing around things the opponent might have. But if you're doing suboptimal things on purpose because there's a threat that they might do something that's like a little bad for you, I think you just have to, you know, make them play it. Make them pay for it, make them spend the card, make them show you that they actually drew it. So there's Ujiaki. He gets a general and a Mowaku Kabe guard. The guard doesn't do anything in this conflict.
It'll win Pride, and then it'll also get for Greater Glory if he has it. Wait, why does he play the Mountain does not fall?
I don't know.
He doesn't have any conflicts left.
Yeah, it doesn't do anything in this situation, so that's
Maybe
another
he
mistake.
forgot that. Maybe he didn't realize that he'd passed his first conflict opportunity.
For that matter, why is he still standing there with those Heated Guardians? They should be in, or at least one of them should be in.
They should both be in.
Yeah, they should both be in.
He can't win the he can't win the favor because he has the keeper and a sheet will take favor regardless.
So if those Heated Guardians were in, that would be an additional 4 from stats plus 4 from their abilities.
No. They don't contribute Stoic Magistrate.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's why they're not in. Okay, my mistake.
Well, it's still plus 4 though from their abilities.
Oh yeah. Okay, so they still should be in.
Yep.
And if he has a rebuild, they should extra be in.
There's the For Greater Glory. This game is very, very, very much over. Like not close. Never.
Yeah, I hate to call a game before it's already over, but
I mean the game was over on that first Ujiaki flip.
The board disparity is so absurd here. He has eight characters, many of whom have honor, some of which have fate on them, some of which are expensive and powerful, versus a totally blank board.
He also has the favor again for one more Ujiaki activation. Like, yeah, this game's over.
OgreZsan concedes. It's over.
Yeah, okay.
Kiramode says Magistrate Rex Crab. That's basically true.
That's very true.
And that's why you got to put. That's why you got to put Cloud the Mind in your deck.
Yeah, Cloud the Mind for or Jade Tetsubo, so you only have to deal with it once.
Yep. And so that was a kind of a harsh demonstration, but we are seeing,
we did see the classic definition of Lion high roll where he flipped the Totori off of the Ujiaki.
Yeah, Lion.
I'm glad I called my shot on that one.
Yeah, that was tight. Lion. We saw some games. There were 3 Dragon versus Lion games, and Dragon lost every one.
No, Lion lost everyone.
Yes, sorry, Lion lost everyone, and then so that wasn't exactly a great start. But we did see a Lion player win
Goblin
against
got beat shoot.
And now we're seeing Kiramode take the win here against OgreZsan. So at least 2 Lions will advance.
There are a lot of Lions.
Bill Jr. has also defeated Shenful.
Shen had to concede. They never actually played.
That is unhyped. But
yeah, Shen had some real life stuff come up where he just didn't have the time to schedule.
They should have made Bill play JD Sauce then.
Oh, that would have been sick. But
Yeah.
it requires moving him across the bracket. That's the...
Oh yeah, it would break the bracket, so that's okay.
Yeah. But yeah, that would have been sick. I don't know who JD Sauce is. Have you played this person?
Nope.
All right, well, he is the #1 seed this season, so we'll see.
I don't know how they did the seeding.
It's based on like strength of schedule and what your Glico. It has to do with the Glico ratings, but I don't know because you're the number 5 seed, so it has to do with your rating plus the rating of your group and like who you beat, how many actual wins you got, stuff like that.
Yeah, so I think I'm on the #1 ELO rating, though it might have changed.
No, you're #1. You're 2020, and then I think
someone might have surpassed me with games that were played between that calculation.
No, because no one has played anyone high enough to surpass you by like a wide margin. Like you have to make a deep cup run to get the amount of ELO required to pass you, because all the 1900 players have to beat higher ranked players.
Oh, I mean, you don't have to, but you don't gain very much.
Well, yeah, there's not enough. You would have to play a large volume of games, and there hasn't been a large volume of games since Matron released that. I think if you lose any of your league games, that could change.
If I lose to you, I don't lose that much. You're pretty high up there.
Yeah, I'm like 5th. I think I'm 5th. So if you lose to me, it's not that big of a deal. If I beat you, I do get an event.
Yeah, you get a nice boost. I mean, no doubt, but it's not as bad as if I were to lose to someone with a like average rating. Or
yeah,
whatever.
exactly. In season 4, I think if you lose to Nomen, like if Nomen or Micah 7-0s this group, I think they would pass you.
Yeah, I agree with that. Nomen. So just for some context, I'm in a killer group for the season 4 league.
Yeah, Matron did his group previews, and he called your group the group of death. Like, very easily the group of death.
Yeah, so we have myself, Byron Crane, a.k.a. Bayushi Nomen, and also Daidoji Micah. So that's 3 of the top 5 players by ELO.
Yeah, so you're 2020, Micah's 1926, and then Nomen's 1920.
Yep. Now, on the plus side, it also means that if I lose the games to those guys, my own rating won't tank very much. But
You're actually 3 of the top 4, by the way.
we're through the top 4.
Yeah,
That's
so
wild.
it's you. So Widwin is the only person that is a higher. So Widwin's in second place at 1961, but Widwin's group isn't strong enough for him to pass you this season.
That's actually kind of a scary situation there because if you lose a game to a much lower ranked player, it tanks your rating heavily.
Agreed. So I'm actually 6th. 7th,
Nice.
actually. Wow, I fell to 7th. Unlucky.
Sorry to hear that.
I mean, I made it up. I already beat Sir Largeness, and he's a higher rated player than me, so...
Nice.
So...
Is largeness 5?
Yeah, Largeness is 5 at 1911. JD Sauce is 1888. And then I'm at 1879, right under him. I lost 86 points last season from my cup loss, along with my... I lost 2 games in League, where I just, like, wasn't playing very well. It was, like, a time period where I wasn't playing very well.
Yeah, losing games in group stage is where the real
So, yeah, I
danger is.
lost 2 games in League. That's actually why I'm playing you so early in the bracket, is because I'm actually a wildcard spot.
Oh, interesting.
So, I was actually a wildcard spot, so I'm on the bottom side, so, like, my... Like Sruman and I, like Sruman got a little bit unlucky, right? Like we're like the both middle seeds because I'm one of the highest rated wildcard players.
Interesting.
So that's why I'm on the bottom here. Like your seeding is 5 to 60, right? Whereas mine and Sruman's are 28 to 37.
What I really wish though is that we had some dragon players on the bottom, like
Yeah.
segment of the bracket, just so that we have the potential for dragon versus dragon in the finals. But not gonna happen.
All right.
And of course, it might well not happen for other reasons, but the bracketing makes it impossible.
It happens. I mean, I'm totally fine with the full random bracket. So while
That's
it's
fair.
unfortunate, I also wouldn't change it.
Yep.
All right. Well, that's gonna be all the cast for tonight. We have. I know you'll be sleeping most likely, but we have at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard or 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time is like 3 games. So like there's like a ton of games this morning / afternoon. So I'll try and stream some of those. So keep an eye out in the Discord channel for those matches.
Yep.
All right. Take
Until
care,
next
everyone.
time, guys. Catch you later.